Well, now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Hi friends, welcome. I am Lee from Agape Studios. I'm just gonna put my mic on here. And let's go. Welcome everybody. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. And as anybody that's been following along, I've been sharing some channelings that I've been doing, and they've been coming up as some really cool information for me. And this is fairly new to me, sharing and stepping into a spot of vulnerability to me, in sharing my writings or my channelings. I just thought that they were meant for me, but I find it's beneficial just to share what comes in, and I encourage anybody else that does automatic writing or anything like that to share what comes in for you, because there's somebody out there that always can use some encouragement. And when it comes from a place of love, what's coming through for you, and self-reflection, and encouraging people to find the answers within themselves, and understand that you are the healer of you, then to me it's something worth sharing, because I truly believe that we have the ability to create such beauty on our earth and within ourselves. So without further ado, I'm just going to go right into, I've been looking back on some of my writings and some of the topics that I wanted to explore, and I realized that I already channeled a lot of the information. So anyway, this one is about healing. I channeled this at June 25th, so just last month of 2024. And it's all about healing, and it's me exploring my inner world, and I want to invite you along to explore your inner world as well. So my wife and I have explored and studied in depth our chakra systems in our practices, and implement these new findings into our life, and find how beautiful it is when we can start to create an environment in a world that we want within our own universe, our own experience. So this deals with that, as I explain my pathway, I guess you could say. So if this resonates with you, please share in the comments, and thank you all for the beautiful comments that I've been receiving from people all around the world. So let's go and see what this channel brings up. Within my chakras lay my story. I brought with me into this physical reality all of my past traumas and emotional, mental blockages, so that when I came to the realization of what this dimension is, this third dimension, fourth dimension, time and space, the gratitude for every bit of pain and struggles begin the process of energetic alchemy, as the heaviness of in the pit of your stomach, or sacral area for me, or anybody, and you feel that heaviness in the pit of your stomach. It feels like a lead weight. Alchemy, lead to gold. Anyway, so it activates that alchemy as the heaviness of the past that always felt like a lead weight in the pit of your stomach or sacral, and could never move past the anger of the solar plexus, of not understanding why things happen the way that they do. When you truly remember that the truth is, in the words of Maury P., you are the father of your reality. and you are the conduit in which your thoughts are birthed into the physical dimension. You attract the lessons your soul came here to learn. We attract what we judge until we understand or understand that the judgments we place onto others is exactly what we need to face and look at within ourselves, as we are all reflections of one another. Those triggers and judgments, and I've mentioned this in my previous channel, and this keeps coming up, so it's something we really gotta, I encourage you to look at within yourselves. Those triggers and judgments are a direct reflection of that which is in yourself that you need to acknowledge and release, or release that which does not serve you. Release the karmic, and then the karmic cycle ends when you see the beauty and excitement of the experience of this fractal holographic physical experience here on Earth School. So once you start to realize that you're creating it, it can get super exciting, and then the healing can begin, because you begin to understand why things do happen the way that they do. So when you release those things that anchor you and densify you into this experience, you then can begin your path of Dharma, or right action, and healing begins. And you chose all of this. Why? Ask yourself why. That's what I started to do, is ask myself, when I come to the realization that on a soul level, I chose this experience, I chose this body, I chose my family, my parents, and the experiences that came with it, as my free choice of a soul to experience those things, and then forget that I put myself in those situations at a young age, from birth. I came here personally on a mission to find exactly what it is, to embody unconditional love and express that and shine my light as that unconditional love. And so my experience is here to forge my soul, to as my soul is like clay, and it is being molded as I experienced the things that I experienced. And so in my experience, I faced a lot of what I perceive as unconditional or conditional love with conditions, and betrayal, and things like that. So I'm going to continue here because it ties all into this, but I experienced those things to be able to transmute that and alchemize that energy, that density of experiences that I perceive that I'm not worthy of love, until I can get past the anger of not knowing that I chose all of this before I entered this experience. And then after that release of like, wow, why did I choose this? Oh, now I know why. Step into heart center, where everything collapses into gratitude when you see the lessons and recognize the patterns in your life that keep showing up as a direct reflection of you and your inner world. So Dharma begins when you make that release and that connection. Dharma begins when judgment ends. We will always attract what we judge until we no longer judge what we attract. Awareness of your creator self and acknowledgement that the power within you will push the heaviness through the heart center and allow you to embody your higher self, so that your lead turns to gold. Less judgment, the more love we show and reflect. All of past blocks, attachments collapse into a pure place of wholeness, where we reach atonement. And you might be familiar with this from the Bible, and to me it's been kind of just misconstrued. But you reach a place of wholeness, WHOLE, when you realize that you're not separate from your higher self, or from a higher dimensional frequency, such as God or divine source energy. And then when you become one with that, and you your mind is balanced back into the heart, where duality doesn't exist in your heart. It's a single brain in your body, and your brain is duality, your left and right. And when we can get past the duality in our experience, we become one with our spirit self and embody that in as we humans are here to bring heaven to earth and spirit to matter. So we are the bridge and the gap between the spiritual realm and the physical realm within the human vessel, that we have the technology to be that conduit in that bridge. So at atonement, at one-ment. When you take the time and spend your energy in remembering who you are, a soul having a human experience, in doing so, you are healing the world. Take care of yourself before helping others. And the analogy of putting on your mask, if the plane is going through some turbulence first, put your mask on first before you help others. And it's the same way here in this physical dimension, to do that. And realize that you are doing enough. This keeps coming up. You are doing enough when you are in a place of silence, when you are self-reflecting, when you are doing that inner work. You are doing so much to save, to raise the vibration of, and to actually help others. You are doing enough in a place of stillness. I had to remind myself of that so much, because actually Angela has to remind me that, because when I'm just, taking that time to rest, when I feel drained, I feel like I need to be doing something, and I'm always pacing or whatever. And she's like, sit down, So if you find yourself doing that, just be at ease, knowing that you are changing the world just by doing that. And then being able to release, in that awareness that you chose everything, or for me, myself, this is what came up for me, is forgiveness. And understanding that, that we're our reflections of one another. So forgiveness started to come easier and easier for me, not only to forgive myself, but also to forgive others. And it's a very powerful tool of release, because if we chose all of this to bring these experiences to one another, I can't find myself anywhere else but a place of gratitude. And for the experience, for the lessons that it brought to me, to give me find the strength and courage within myself to be okay with where where other people are at, regardless of whether I perceive it to be good or bad. Everybody is always in the right space at the right time. So forgiveness for me, on a soul level, to me, I ask myself, is there really anything to forgive? If forgiveness is a powerful tool, but once you do, what was there to forgive when you're thinking of things on a soul level, over and above this physical reality on a deeper level? So forgiveness is the release of an attachment of emotions or feelings to an outcome that we judge as bad or wrong. Bad. Those times are there to show us what we do or do not prefer, a chance to stand in our truth and to release what does not serve. Gratitude for what you attracted into your reality via soul contracts to learn who you are via reflections of yourself or other people, in particular the ones that piss you off. And I mentioned that before. They are there to show you and reflect to you that what you refuse to see in yourself, and they'll keep showing up until you see it and acknowledge it. This is an affirmation for me, and I wrote, I know that I chose all of it, as we all do. So what is there to forgive? I am that I am. And so that's it for now. I want to keep these fairly short so it's palpable to just really reflect on that information, and maybe it might guide you inwards when you can truly really reflect on your emotions and your thoughts and where they actually are. If they're to a negative side, it is not of you, because you are truly of love. And so at that, I'm just going to end it there, as I have so much more channelings to share, and I really appreciate everybody that's tuning in. If you like this, please, like, subscribe, and share if this resonates with you, or if you know of anybody that's looking for those answers and kind of lost, looking outside of themselves. And creating chaos for themselves in their search for truth and for love and unconditional love in their experience, because I believe that's what we are all here to come to know, and come to know within ourselves, and come to find that within ourselves. So also too, if you would like to, I offer tarot card readings to be able to directly connect you with your higher self and your spirit guides and angels, to bring messages of to guide you along your experience, and the results have been just phenomenal. So if you'd like to book a tarot card reading with me, just click on the link below. It's in the description. It's in association or with my wife Angela with Agape Holistic Yoga and Wellness. Check out her page as well. There's so much there for ways to go within and to heal your body, emotion, and mental bodies as well. So I think at that, please leave a comment. Let me know what comes up for you, where you're from. I love to be in touch with people who are like-minded, that are awakening to these higher aspects of themselves, and together we can learn how to embody the spirit of us into this physical reality, and truly create a world that is more beneficial and for us as humans. And not only that, is I personally want to create and leave a world for our future generations to experience, so that they don't have to suffer the way that we thought we had to, and they don't have to wear the masks and identify with things that they don't prefer, when we can encourage them to follow their excitements and passions and really listen to them, as a child is so much more open and closer to source than we older ones who are programmed into the indoctrinations of society. And so anyway, I encourage everybody to find that joy and excitement in your life as well, to look inside yourselves and to see one another as reflections, to find that compassion for each other and non-judgment and just love for the experience. And we change the world as we do that together. So like and share. And also I'm going to leave a link to, if you like my art behind me, you can check me out at Agape Studios if you'd like to own a piece of my art. I am always making something, so whatever pops up on my Facebook page is what is up for sale at that moment. And so I'll leave a link for that as well. Come check me out. If you want to experience great things, friends, realize that you're already part of something great. Namaste.